This is the journey to One Africa. Everybody, this is Mika and welcome back to Swahili Nation. It's been a while, but I'm grateful to be back here, guys, today to share you some very exciting news about the continent. All right, there's a lot of positive things are happening. There's a lot of negative things are happening. But I always love to step back a little bit and to also pay attention to the positive things that are happening in the continent. This is kind of giving us a break to breathe and to take out in that, all right, despite of all other issues that might be happening, but we have good things happening as well. And to be honest, sometimes I think Africans, we need to, we need not to be too serious about ourselves. What I mean is, we need to cut some slack for ourselves, you know, and I'm speaking to myself, to be honest, right? Yes, these things are not going well, but you know, this is how life is. You know, some things are kind of like, you know, too much, but also the good things are happening. So I think as a people, as Africans, if we start focusing on also promoting and talking about positive things that are happening in the continent and raise our voice loudly, I think even the internet will be full of these good things that are happening in the continent. But sometimes we are the one contributing to the negativity of this continent online, because we always talk about bad things and how it's happened, how this should not be done that way. Yes, we can do that. I think it's important. I'm not saying we should not do that. I think it's important to do that, but also I think we should feed the internet with positive energy and positive news about, you know, the continent. One of our mission here at SNOA is to defend and protect the image of the continent. And how do we do that? By actually sharing good news and good things that are happening in the continent. So guys, there's this something called World Travel Awards. And these World Travel Awards, basically, I think first and foremost, they carry across different continents. So for example, in Africa, World Travel Awards, they actually, you know, do here in the continent. Then they pick some of the countries that stand out. And those countries, eventually, they're going to compete with all other countries across the world on December. That's actually the final competition. But I think they categorized it in different, you know, different continents. So right now here in continent of Africa, the country Tanzania, Kenya, and South Africa dominate 2025 World Travel Awards in Dar es Salaam. So these awards, it was actually done in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, where I am right now. And Tanzania, where I am, and of course my country, Kenya, where I have been, of course, it's my people, and South Africa, where I've been as well, it's my people. So basically, kind of like East Africa dominated this. I know West African people, you're not going to like this, but you know what? We are one Africa. It's all about one Africa. So it's not about few countries. It's about the entire continent of Africa. But when you talk about tourism, I got to give kudos to East Africa, because basically East Africa is doing pretty good job when it comes to tourism sector. And I'm going to read a couple of these awards for you guys to understand. So, this event, it took place here in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, and countries including Tanzania. Basically, Tanzania, it stood out as the first country. It had so many different awards compared to all other countries. And then it followed up with Kenya and South Africa. I think I saw three awards for both countries. And then you have Zambia, Mozambique. They stood out as a winner. Basically, they received more than one awards. And these are few of the popular awards and their recipients. So they gave approximately 80 different awards in different countries in the continent. But these are popular awards. And I'm going to read some of them for you guys to understand. So the first one was Africa's leading destination in 2025. The entire year of 2025, the leading destination for all the tourists coming to that country in the continent, it was Tanzania, specifically Zanzibar. So guys, Zanzibar is within Tanzania. So when you see Zanzibar, Zanzibar is not like isolated country away from Tanzania, but it's actually Tanzania, because the word Tanzania, it's actually the combination of two different regions, island and mainland. Mainland used to be called Tanganyika and island used to be called Zanzibar. So during the union, when they were uniting mainland and island, Tanganyika and Zanzibar, they actually mixed up the names. Tanganyika and Zanzibar mixed them together. They got one word, Tanzania. So when you say Tanzania, you're talking about Tanganyika plus Zanzibar. But when you say Tanganyika, Zanzibar is not included. When you say Zanzibar, obviously Tanganyika is not included. But when you say Tanzania, is one country, the United Republic of Tanzania. So the Africa's leading destination in 2025 is Tanzania and is Zanzibar. That means a lot of people went there to Zanzibar to visit and to see what's up. All right. The second one, the most popular award, was Africa's leading most romantic resorts of 2025. And the award went to Mozambique, Anantara Bazaruto Island Resort. All right. The most romantic. I'm going to get there when I get married. This is kind of interesting, man. And the third one is Africa's leading water park 2025. That is South Africa, Valley of Waves. Shout out to South Africa, yo. Africa, the fourth one, Africa's leading airline in 2025. Africa's leading airline, guys. It went to Kenya Airways in Kenya. It went to Kenya Airways. Come on, guys. Shout out to Kenya Airways, by the way. I know, we have Ethiopian Airways, we have Rwanda Airways, our South African Airways, and all of these airways that are doing really incredible job in the continent. But 2025, the awards went to Kenya Airways. I don't know what the qualification they're looking at, but, shout out to Kenya Airways. Do you guys agree, by the way, with this list? So let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right. Africa's leading national park 2025. Of course, it went to Tanzania, Serengeti National Park. This is one of the most popular, national park in the entire world. By the way, in Tanzania, we have more than 20-something national park, plus game reserve is even more than that. And Serengeti is not even the largest one. Serengeti is just the most famous one. And, it's our leading national park in 2025. And also Africa's leading mountain national park in 2025, Tanzania, Mount Kilimanjaro. This is the highest mountain, the first highest mountain in the continent, and also the highest volcanic mountain in the whole world. You understand that? Mount Kilimanjaro. Okay, Africa's leading beach destination 2025. Of course, the award went to Tanzania again, Zanzibar. And also Africa leading cruise ports in 2025, South Africa, Cape Town. Africa's leading resort 2025, Tanzania, Diamond Leisure Beach and Golf Resorts. It went to Tanzania. Africa's leading resort in 2025. Wow. Shout out Tanzania. Africa's leading hotel in 2025. It went to this, I think it's Kenya. They made a mistake here. They wrote Tanzania, but I think it's Kenya. Fairmont Mount Kenya Safari. All right. And also you have Africa's leading airport 2025, Tanzania, Julius Nyerere International Airport. Okay. I think this, it went hand in hand with the first award, Africa's leading destination. So if Africa's leading destination, it was Tanzania, Zanzibar, it means a lot of foreigners, a lot of tourists came to Tanzania. So the number of tourists in the country caused the Julius Nyerere International Airport to be the Africa's leading airport in 2025. Okay, Africa's leading private island resort in 2025, Kenya, Charlie Island, Kenya, and Africa's leading meeting and conference center, South Africa, Durban International Convention Center. Africa's leading honeymoon destination in 2025, guys, Tanzania. Okay, guess where? Most of you guys, I think you'll say Zanzibar. No, it's not Zanzibar. Most of you might say maybe Serengeti. No, it's not Serengeti. Most of you might say maybe Kilimanjaro. No, it's not Kilimanjaro Mountain. But Africa's leading honeymoon destination is Tanzania, called Kitulo National Park. Guys, this is the place where you have thousands and thousands different kinds of natural flowers. It's beautiful, man. It's kind of like the natural garden. It's not planted by human beings. It's not artificial, but it's natural. You can see the picture I'm showing here right now. And also the last one, Africa's leading safari company in 2025, kenyasafari.com. So guys, these are kind of few of the most popular awards that happen. And the good news is this, guys. So, okay, in Africa, maybe we can all celebrate. All right. If you're from Kenya, you can celebrate about your country. If you're from South Africa, you can celebrate about your country. If you're from Tanzania, you can celebrate about your country. This is kudos to these countries, kudos to what is happening in the continent. But the good news is this, that all the continent of Africa, all Africans will come together to celebrate these awards, because the same award is going to be conducted on December. On December, winners from each continent will proceed to the WTA, all right, World Tourist Award Grand Finale, scheduled for December 9th, 2025 in Bahrain. Africa's representatives will compete with global counterparts in categories such as world's leading destination and world's leading sustainable tourism initiative. All right. So the good news is this, guys. We can celebrate within the continent, but we should focus. We should refocus our minds and everything to the final destination, grand finale. It's going to be happening in Bahrain. All right. So all the continents, all the leading countries from all these continents. So basically, I think from Africa, we'll have Tanzania, we'll have Kenya, we'll have South Africa representing, worldwide. And kudos, finger crossed that, we'll emerge as a winner. Any country from Africa that will win in this grand finale, it's going to be the win for Africa. It's no longer about the country, but it's going to be the win about Africa, because that's how it's supposed to be. When we're within the continent, or are we still promoting the unit of the continent, but also you can celebrate if you're from the specific country. So in this context, guys, I got to celebrate Tanzania. Kudos to you, because in these most popular awards, I think Tanzania received more than 7 different awards. Actually, I saw 8, more than 8 different awards. Right, so kudos to you for leading in the continent. Now it is the time for the entire continent of Africa coming together and competing for the grand finale. So why am I sharing this news? I'm sharing this news because, first of all, it's a good news. Second, because this is what can unite our people in our continent. You understand what I'm saying? So when you see a lot of tourists that are coming to our countries in the continent, actually coming from outside, most of the tourists that we have in these countries, they're not coming from within. They're not coming from within. They're coming from outside, from the abroad. You know why? Not from the within? Because the cost of Africans traveling to other African countries is crazy. And I think that's why we, Swahili Nation One Africa, we came with an initiative that we say One Africa, One Passport, that we need to unite our continent by promoting a single passport in the entire continent so that we may allow the free movement of people within the continent. We need to get to know one another. We need to learn from each other's culture and each other, touristic attractions and destinations. We need to learn from that. And we can only do that by allowing free movement of our people within the continent, by giving the passport. All right. Recently, Donald Trump, he has banned a lot of African countries entering to the United States. I believe it's more than 26 countries. And even Tanzania was actually in the danger zone. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the entire continent, all right, 26 is a huge number of people, a huge number of countries. All of them have been banned entering to the United States. But you know why are we humiliated this way? It is because we don't realize that we need one Africa right now and one passport, so that when you ban one country, you ban the entire continent. We're all using the continent passport. So you can either ban the entire continent from entering your country. All right. They ban, there's no more US aid, which I agree. And I say, yeah, that is how it's supposed to be, because we have to start feeding ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We see all this series of decisions, series of things that are affecting the continent. Some would say positively, some would say negatively. But whatever the case, we have to keep on living. But I think this is the time to look in the inside and to really fight for the one Africa we want. So we came with a petition, guys. The link is in the description. Head over to that petition, click that petition and sign up, because we need to see one Africa right now. We need one Africa. We need one passport. We need one army. We need one currency. We need everything that can help us to unite our people. And specifically, we need our brothers and sisters from the diaspora, when they come back to the continent, to have that African passport, so that they can actually take part, being in the continent, live here and there without being harassed, without being, isolated. You know what I'm saying? That we can do in the continent by opening up the borders and allowing our people move freely. and actually can help us even to create more incomes and, you know, more economy in the continent. So guys, let me know if you agree with this list, or if you think like your country has been forgotten. Please let me know in the comment section that, come on, man, you know, Africa's leading best destination is not Tanzania. Maybe it's this country. You know, the best beach in Africa is not this. Please let us know in the comment section, all in the spirit of one Africa, in the spirit of unit one. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for all the members who are members in this family. Thank you for Patreoners. Thank you for those who are supporting us through Patreon platform. Thanks for those who are supporting us through PayPal. Keep on shining, keep on grinding. One Africa, one passport. I'll see you guys soon.